so excited today to be coming to you with a collaboration that is being hosted by Secondhand Tracy Ann. Hi, Tracy. In this collaboration, we're supposed to do a little design that includes lemons, whoopsie, something farmhouse, and something with buffalo check. And I have this ribbon gathered, and I wanted to show you a couple other things I'm going to be using. I'm going to be doing an arrangement in this glass vase. Another farmhouse piece that I have is this old cutting board that my aunts gave me. Not sure exactly how old it is. I have some florals. I have daisies, and I have some faux baby's breath. I have one stem of lemons. And lastly, I reach over here and I have some greenery. So I'm going to be putting this together and showing you step by step how I do it. So let's get started on the project. My first step will be to utilize this tray right here. It's a sort of a metal tray that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And then I have these two stands, and I'm going to just take my cutting board and place it on one of the stands. Let's do that. I actually wanted to hang over a little bit off the tray. And then I have this wonderful sign that I forgot to show you earlier. And it says, whoops, getting a glare there. When life gets sour, sweeten it with gratitude. Isn't that a wonderful sentiment? It inspires me because you know we all have things to contend with in our lives. So be thankful for what we do have. And I'll place that on the other stand. And there we have the first part of this design. Now, if you have watched any of my other videos, you will know that I've done quite a few different flower arrangements, but I just thought I would show you quickly how this one is going to come together. So what I did is I filled, well, I didn't fill it completely, but I put some of these little iridescent marbles in the bottom of my vase, since it is a clear vase. And then I tied on a ribbon with buffalo check. Well, it's really like a small check, not so large. Just took the ribbon off my spool and tied it. And I like to say, if you're not doing a fancy bow, it is so easy to tie one like this. As long as you buy wired ribbon, that is really the secret to tying bows and making them look pretty. But I simply tied this like you tie bows in your shoestrings. It's the exact same bow. And then when you have the wires on the edges of the ribbon, you can manipulate it, fluff it out, have the loops look just perfect, and it works every time. And it's something you already know how to do, how to tie your shoes. All right, I just moved the camera down a little bit so that I could show you how I'm going to place things in this vase. And I'm going to start with this little bunch of lemons. And I simply took the stems and pulled them out a little bit to spread them apart and make it look more full. And I'm going to place it right in the center of this vase. Let's see if we can move that back a bit. No? We need a better look, don't we? Let's try that. All right, so our lemons are placed in the vase. And this one, that's the tallest one, I'm gonna sort of bend it over so it's more in the center of the arrangement. Alrighty, next I'm going to be using some of my daisies because daisies go so well with lemon yellow. If you had a chance to watch my grocery store flowers arranging video, you might have seen how I do my measuring for arrangements. I like to put my vase near the side of my counter, and then I hold the flowers there to see where they are in height compared to what I have already placed in my vase. And then I use the side of the counter to give me a measuring spot of where to trim. So I've got my flowers ready to go, and just as I did with my lemons, I went ahead and spread out, or I am spreading out the daisies, and I'm going to place it in the vase. This is going to be a one-sided arrangement since it's going to face the wall over on my counter over there, which we'll go back to in a bit. But let's finish this arrangement and speed up the process. Just have a bit more to do on this design. As you can see, we have our tray, we have the sign, we have our cutting board here in the back, and now I've placed my arrangement here. I want to be able to see my sign, but I want it to be, of course, quite visible under my cabinet here. In case you were wondering what I was planning to do with these nice wooden spoons, I thought I might use at least one of them in my flower arrangement. What do you think? I'm thinking I'm going to try one over here on this side. How does that look? And then I may do one on the other side as well. Just adding a little bit more of that farmhouse look. My next step will be to take this greenery, which is faux ivy, and I'm going to fill in this tray area here for us, and we'll see how that looks. This is a rather thin ivy. It doesn't have a lot of leaves on it, which is why I am doubling it up. You can buy this at Hobby Lobby, and it comes almost like in a roll that you unroll and can use in projects like this. So I'm going to tuck some behind my vase here, and I want some to come around, and I even think I'll have it draped over the tray a bit. Like that. Let me move the camera down a bit so you can see that, how it's draped over here on the tray. I also have my 3 lemons from Kirkland's that I'm going to add to my design. I think they're just beautiful. They're very realistic looking, and I love the leaves on each lemon. So we'll place one right here. Want it to be visible, and I'll place one here, and I think I might tuck one over on this side of the tray as well. And lastly, I'm gonna just add this one last spoon, just like that. Here's one last look at my design, and I thought I'd give you a couple of little close-ups. There's my flower arrangement and the little bow. Needs a little adjusting. There we go. With the faux ivy here in the bottom of the tray and more lemons. Another wooden spoon and my sign. Well, as you can see, it is still cold enough here in Colorado to have my fire going. I hope you enjoyed this little design and a slow move towards summer for us. And thanks to Tracy Ann for hosting our collaboration. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And I hope to see you back again. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.